This is IGN. Coming up, despite mixed reviews, Squid Game Season 3 is still breaking Netflix records. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, Naughty Dog head Neil Druckmann has announced he will not be creatively involved in the upcoming Season 3 of HBO's The Last of Us, opting instead to focus entirely on game development of Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. In a statement posted to Naughty Dog's social channels, Druckmann said the following: "I've made the difficult decision to step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us on HBO. With work completed on Season 2 and before any meaningful work starts on Season 3, now is the right time for me to transition my complete focus to Naughty Dog and its future projects, including writing and directing our exciting next game, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, along with my responsibilities as studio head and head of creative." Additional reporting from The Ankler reveals that showrunner Craig Mazin will be heading up writing for Season 3 after having partnered with Druckmann on the first 2 seasons. Druckmann's return to focus on game development comes following the reveal of Naughty Dog's next project, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, at the Game Awards in December 2024. While that seems to be Druckmann's main focus for now, it's not the studio's only project. Druckmann has confirmed that there's another unannounced game in the works internally on which he has more of a producer role and gets to mentor and watch this other team and give feedback and be like the executive in the room. And Blumhouse boss Jason Blum has opened up on the disastrous launch of Megan 2.0, admitting to a number of failings. Megan 2.0 saw $10.2 million domestically and just $6.96 million internationally during its launch weekend, which suggests the first Megan movie, released in December 2022, may have been a lightning in a bottle moment with its eventual $180 million global haul. But why did Megan 2.0 flop so hard? CEO of Blumhouse Productions Jason Blum appeared on the latest episode of the Town with Matthew Baloney podcast to reveal his early thoughts. "I've been in pain all weekend long, and I've been thinking about all this stuff way too much," Blum began in the 20-minute chat. "If Blumhouse is in a slump, I'd like to tell that story. I don't want other people telling that story." Blum revealed that 10 weeks before launch, Megan 2.0 was tracking to open to $45 million, and we were seriously talking about how amazing it would be for the little movie Megan to outgross F1. But those predictions went downhill fast. With 8 weeks to go, it was 40. At 6 weeks, it was 35. And 4 weeks, 30. Blum then suggested the shorter amount of time director Gerard Johnstone had to turn around the second film for its summer release compared to the first was a contributing factor. "We got too excited by Megan, and, she didn't work," Blum concluded. That's what happened. So what happens now? Blum said he's not suffering an existential crisis about Blumhouse or the movie business, but confirmed the company is taking a look at its slate and expressed a belief that there is too much horror doing the rounds at the moment. Netflix is celebrating Squid Game Season 3, breaking fresh records for the streaming service, despite a mixed response to the show's finale from fans. Season 3 earned itself a record-breaking debut, Netflix has said, by becoming its first series ever to rank number 1 in all of the company's main 93 markets during its debut week. The new season has also broken Netflix's record for the most views notched up by a show over its first 3 days. According to Netflix's publicly available stats, Squid Game Season 3 had an astonishing 60,100,000 views over the week ending June 29th, with 368,400,000 hours watched. But while Netflix has gone on to also boast of having all 3 seasons certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, this claim is only valid when you look at critical scores rather than user reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, Squid Game's 3rd season user rating stands at just 50%, a sizable drop compared to the audience response for the show's first and second runs at 84% and 63% respectively. Squid Game's Season 3 has drawn fire from some fans for its uneven pacing and character development, particularly for its hero Seon Ji-hoon, player 456. Further cringe-inducing scenes featuring the game's non-Korean VIPs have also been criticized, as well as a general sense that the show simply isn't as good or surprising as its breakout debut season. And then there's the matter of the show's unexpected finale cameo, which sees a Hollywood star make a bizarre appearance that some fans have said is an entirely unnecessary addition and an obvious attempt by Netflix to suggest the franchise would continue on further, now well beyond the initial story envisioned by its original creator. It is, of course, not surprising that Netflix would want more from Squid Game. The series has been an enormous hit for Netflix overall, with its first season now the company's biggest TV release of all time by some margin, and Squid Game's second season only beaten by the first season of Wednesday. But by continuing the show to its third season, and potentially further, if reports that David Fincher is now developing a US-based spin-off come to fruition, could Netflix be stretching the concept too far? That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.